good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host, Aaron, and for today's video, we're headed to the world of PoE 2. Now, today is a first. October will be 4 years on YouTube, and this is the first time this has happened. Let me walk you through my day. It started with Blizzard and watching the official campfire chat from their devs on D4 for update 111, which is coming August 8th. I then moved over to watching 11th Hour Games and the Last Epoch dev stream, and then as soon as that ended, I went over to Exilecon for the keynote for PoE 2. That's the first time those three games I've watched developer streams all in the same day. It was honestly probably all within 6 hours of each other, maybe less. And I gotta say, PoE definitely stole the show, and which they should. Like, Exilecon is huge, and I have shelved PoE. I haven't played it for years. Yes, I've played the game for thousands of hours. I just decided I'm not going to play it moving forward, but I can tell you I am going to play Path of Exile 2. Right now, we're on the website PC Gamer. Let's see what's going on. Path of Exile 2 is freaking huge. Adds 6 new classes, 100 bosses, and will run side by side with PoE. Now, if you have not been following the development of PoE 2, this was supposed to be an expansion, kind of a DLC, 2 games, 1 campaign, kind of an add-on to the regional PoE. And what they said today, kind of the big announcement, is that the scope on PoE 2 has grown so much that it will now be a 100% independent game. You don't need PoE to play PoE 2. It'll be 100% separate. The only thing that will be shared is really like stashes. So if you purchase stashes, you're going to get that, and cosmetic microtransactions. Not all of them, but most of them will be transferable from game to game. But I thought that's pretty cool. So now, like, oh, dude, I've never been into PoE, or I tried it and I hated it, and I still got to get that to play PoE 2 or vice versa. No, it's 100% independent. So I got a video for you to watch. Let's first go through a couple of the changes. 6 new character classes, along with the 6 from PoE 1, 12 total. Source, Monk, Huntress, Mercenary, Warrior, and Druid. New ascendancies with 3 for each class. A revamped skill gem system where the links are in the gems themselves, not tied to equipment. That's very different. Tons of new skills, including shapeshifting, bear, wolf, cat, and giant comets. Meta gems, which are gems that can have other gems socketed into them. Think of things like cast on crit or spell totem. New weapon types like spear and crossbow that have their own skills. A 6-act story campaign set 20 years after. A new map-based endgame dodge roll for everyone that doesn't require a gem link, with the ability to dodge cancel abilities. This is something very different than what we're used to. Changes to crafting and economy, including changes to the way chaos orbs work and the introduction of gold as currency. Over 100 new bosses to battle, each with unique mechanics. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do for you is play the 3rd gameplay trailer for PoE 2 that was released today. All right. And my favorite part of this trailer is the few seconds they show off Druid. Enjoy.
The gods caused all this, you know. After Oriath was destroyed, I traveled, searching for answers. Everywhere I went, the same divine devastation. It must end. I will end it. And no exile will stop me. This world will be reborn, no matter the cost.
Now, we can all agree that that druid looks awesome. At least I hope so. Unfortunately, it wasn't all good news. Now, and you kind of heard a like, through the audience when this was said. The buildup at the end of the PoE 2 presentation was really around with the expansion of scope and making sure we get this right and yada, yada, yada. The closed beta for PoE 2 will be right here. I know it's small. June 7th, 2024. Oh, a little less than a year away from the closed beta, which means at least 2 or 3 months until an open beta if you're lucky. So you're probably thinking 12 to 14 months until we get an open beta for PoE 2. So, you know, I will say this is an absolute blessing for my favorite game, Last Epoch, who plans on launching end of this year, right? Because going against D4 and PoE 2 would obviously be pretty tough. And on top of that, that's a blessing for Blizzard, because now they have a whole extra year to fix the problems of D4 before they have to deal with the behemoth of what is going to be Path of Exile 2. So that is the news as far as PoE 2. Now there's something else, and this is how I'm going to end this video. They also announced the new league, Trial of the Ancestors. And this actually looks like a pretty cool mechanic that they are adding into the game. So what I'm going to end with is Trial of the Ancestors trailer. I'm excited about PoE 2. I think it's going to be a very polished, great product. I hope Blizzard continues to develop D4 and it turns into what we want. And I'm most excited about LE 1.0. This is the golden age of action RPGs. And I hope you can continue to get your news right here on this channel. If you think I've earned it, please subscribe. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.
Souls such as yours do not go quietly into the night. They thirst for battle. They yearn to prove themselves. Welcome to the halls of the dead. Earn your place among us. Under Hinikora's watchful eye, test your mettle against the greatest warriors who ever lived. Prove yourself in the trial of the ancestors. In the end, only one can become champion. Will it be you?